The crystal chandeliers shattered first. Princess Lyra's knees buckled as the atmospheric pressure crushed down on her slender frame, her violet skin turning ashen. Around her, diplomats from a dozen worlds scrambled back, their translators screaming warnings. Jake Carter didn't hesitate. He shoved through the crowd of alien dignitaries and caught her before she hit the marble floor. Her guards raised plasma weapons, but Lyra's trembling hands stopped them, toothless. Her eyes met his, brilliant gold against failing light, and something unspoken passed between them. Earth's gravity was killing her. Everyone could see it now. Jake carried her to the medical bay, her body impossibly light in his arms, despite Earth's crushing pull. She gasped against his chest, each breath a visible struggle. The other medics hung back, uncertain how to treat Veridian physiology. But Jake had studied the files obsessively since her arrival 3 weeks ago. He knew her people came from a world with .6 Earth gravity, with air so pure and thin it would feel like suffocation here. He adjusted the atmospheric chamber, dialing down pressure, filtering the oxygen to something her lungs could process. Slowly, color returned to her face. "You shouldn't have touched me," Lyra whispered, her voice like wind chimes. "It's forbidden. I'm royalty." "You're human," Jake finished. "Yeah, I got that memo." He checked her vital signs on the holographic display. "Your heart rate's still too high. You've been suffering for weeks, haven't you? Hiding it." She turned away, shame flickering across her elegant features. "The Alliance depends on these negotiations. My discomfort is irrelevant." "Discomfort?" Jake's voice hardened. "Lyra, you almost died out there. This planet is killing you." "I know what Earth is," she said quietly. "We call it a deathworld. Your gravity crushes bone. Your atmosphere burns lungs. Your sun radiates enough energy to cook flesh. Your diseases would devastate whole star systems, and yet you thrive here. You humans walk through conditions that would slaughter my people, and you call it normal." Jake sat beside her chamber. "Then why come at all?" "Because you're the only species strong enough to stand against the Dominion." Her golden eyes found his again. "And because I wanted to understand what makes you so resilient. I wanted to see if the legends were true." Something shifted in the air between them. Jake felt it, dangerous and electric. Over the following days, Jake stayed close, monitoring Lyra's condition while the summit continued. Against every protocol, against the glares of her royal guards and the whispers of human officials, they talked. She told him about Veridian, a world of floating gardens and crystalline cities where violence was a forgotten concept. He told her about Earth's wars, its struggles, the way humanity clawed survival from a planet that never stopped trying to kill them. "We're fragile," Lyra admitted one night, her hand pressed against the transparent wall separating them. "Compared to you, we're made of glass. Our bones break easily. Our immune systems can't handle contamination. We need perfect conditions to survive." Jake placed his hand opposite hers, warmth meeting cool barrier. "Fragile doesn't mean weak." She smiled, sad and beautiful. "You're kind to say so. I mean it." His voice dropped. "You came here knowing it could kill you. You're enduring agony every second to build peace. That's not fragile, Lyra. That's the strongest thing I've ever seen." Her breath caught. The distance between them felt insurmountable and paper-thin all at once. The night before the final treaty signing, Lyra's chamber door opened unexpectedly. Jake looked up from his medical charts to find her standing there, unshielded, gravity dragging at her like chains. She shouldn't be outside the protection field. She was trembling. "Lyra, get back inside before." "Human, I want you." The words tumbled out desperately. "I can't take it anymore. Every moment near you is torture, not because of Earth, 'cause of this." She pressed a hand to her chest over her heart. "Because I'm falling for you, and it's forbidden, and it's impossible, and I don't care anymore." Jake stood frozen. "You're a princess. I'm a medic. You're from a world of peace. I'm from a death world. Your people and mine were not compatible. The gravity alone." "I know." Tears streamed down her face, luminescent in the dim light. "I know all the reasons this can't work. I've listed them 1,000 times, but when I look at you, when you smile at me like I'm not just a diplomatic asset, when you touch my hand through the barrier like I'm precious," her voice broke. "I've never felt this before." Never wanted anything this badly. He crossed the space between them in 2 strides. I feel it too. God help me, Lyra. I've been falling since the moment I caught you. Her guards burst in then, weapons raised. The captain's voice was harsh. Your Highness, step away from the human. Your father has contacted us. You're to return home immediately. The arranged marriage has been finalized. The treaty requires... No. Lyra's voice, usually soft, cut like steel. I won't. The chamber's alarms shrieked to life. Explosions rocked the building. Through the windows, Jake saw horrid smoke rising from the summit's main hall. The emergency channel crackled. All personnel, we are under attack. Hostile forces targeting alien delegates. This is not a drill. Lyra swayed, Earth's gravity punishing her moment of defiance, but her eyes blazed. The extremists, the ones who want the Alliance to fail. Jake grabbed emergency gear. You need to get to the evacuation shuttles. No. She straightened, despite obvious pain. People are dying. Human people who showed me kindness. I won't abandon them. Lyra, you can barely stand. Then help me stand. They ran together through chaos. Lyra's guards followed, torn between duty and disbelief. In the main hall, civilians huddled while armed attackers systematically hunted alien delegates. Jake saw 3 humans shielding a group of children outgunned and desperate. Lyra didn't hesitate. She pulled a crystalline device from her robes and activated it. A shield of pure energy bloomed, protecting the civilians. The attackers' weapons fire splashed harmlessly against it. Get them out, Lyra commanded her guards. Now. Jake fought alongside her, his human endurance and her alien technology a devastating combination. She calculated trajectories he could never see, guiding his movements. He absorbed impacts that would have shattered her, putting his deathworld-forged body between her and danger. Sweat poured down her face, her body screaming under Earth's relentless pull, but she never faltered. When the last attacker fell and security forces arrived, Lyra collapsed. Jake caught her again, just like the first time. Blood, her blood luminescent and strange, seeped from a wound on her shoulder. She'd taken a hit meant for a human child. Stupid, Jake whispered, pressing medical foam to the injury. So stupid and so brave. Learned from you, she gasped. Her father's hologram materialized, projected from the Veridian flagship above. Emperor Theron's face was carved from ice and anger. Lyra, explain yourself. You've endangered your life, broken protocol, and jeopardized. I choose him. Her voice rang clear despite her weakness. I choose Jake. I choose Earth, not because of duty or politics, but because here I found something we've lost on Veridian. Courage, passion, the willingness to fight for what matters. You would throw away your position, your people? I would fight for a better alliance. Lyra struggled to stand, Jake supporting her. Not one built on arranged marriages and obligation, but on genuine connection. These humans bled beside me today. They protected my guards when they could have fled. This is what partnership looks like, Father. Not treaties signed in fear, but bonds forged in fire. The Emperor's expression shifted, seeing his daughter truly for the first time. Seeing the humans who had surrounded her protectively, wounded themselves but standing firm. Seeing Jake, deathworld human, holding the princess like she was made of starlight. You're certain of this choice? More certain than I've ever been of anything. A long silence. Then, impossibly, Emperor Theron smiled. Then perhaps there is hope for both our peoples after all. If my daughter, fragile, sheltered, raised in peace, can survive a death world and stand strong, then perhaps we Veridians are not as breakable as we believe. The treaty was signed at dawn. Lyra stood beside Jake as representatives from 50 worlds watched, her hand in his, human warmth meeting alien grace. The future was uncertain, the challenges were impossible. The differences between their worlds could not be erased, but as the first light of Earth's brutal sun touched Lyra's face and she smiled, not in pain, but in joy. Jake knew they would face it together, fragile and strong, alien and human, proving that the greatest alliances aren't built on compatibility, but on choosing to be brave enough to love across the stars.